Guys, my name is Izuku Midoriya, and I have another, and I let's just say I am the son of Hasashi Midoriya, or All for One. I didn't have my father's quirk All for One. My father took it away at my birth. My mother is a number 6 hero, level 10. She is the wife of Toshinori Yagi, or known as All Might. I am I am the hated son of Inko Midoriya. My mother loved me at until the age of 4, when doctors said that I was born quirkless. My mother started treating me differently, and she never cared that. And she also started to act like that I never existed in the house. At the age of 4, I learned that with a just one little simple thing, people can change. Like my mother, I had no one on my back but a one friend. She was always behind my back, as that person name was Shinoa Hiraki. She was my best friend. At the time I did had a crush on her, but she was in love with another person. The person name was Yuichiro, a popular guy, but popular strong guy with a very strong quirk, super strength, and similar to her clan, similar to her family quirk. I thought I sometimes tried to impress her with many things, but she did not get impressed very easily. She only impressed by Yuichiro all the time. Whatever I do, I never could impress her at anything. She was very literally attracted to Yuichiro all the time. I feel very bad seeing this, but I suppressed my feeling. I was very happy for my friend. I- Since the age of 4, I have with this feeling. I have been through worse than anything. My mother married another other man. The man name was Toshinori Yagi, but my mother had also a child. Mother had also a child with a kid with him. The two kids apparently. One was Yagi, another was Nana. Now, Nana, oh, scratch the boy's name. Those were twins. Both were twins. One was Nana, another was. What should I give him? Tanaka, yep, Tanaka. The boy's name was Tanaka and the girl's name was Nana. Both were born. I was merely like a ghost in the house. I was never loved, I was never fed, but I cook my own meal. I become independent at the age of 6. I I started working in part-time job at the age of 10. Who would have thought that my life would go like this? My life was always not good. I always feel sadness watching my family chat happily with all of them. My brother and sister doesn't know that I exist even. At the when I turned 11, I left the house. I rented my own apartment. As I started living there, my life was somewhat peaceful. But then I found someone else, my best friend Hiraki. My best friend Hiraki, Shinoa Hiraki. But What do I know? The truth. I couldn't find love, I know. My first love, but she didn't love me as what I wanted to. She loved me, but she loved me as a best friend, nothing else. When the time she always teases me as she always tried to flirt with me, but I didn't know that she always flirt with me as a friend. She had eyes for Yoichiro. Now, Yoichiro was somewhat of her, let's just say, her cousin. I didn't know at that time that their their marriage was set together by their family. Yes, Shina was Yoichiro's fiance. I didn't know at that time. She didn't tell me because she doesn't know herself that. As the time of age 50, we were the high school. Let's just say our third semester was at that time. She told me that she didn't believe I inside I was very sad, but she told me, you know, Izuku, my fiance is Yuichiro. Who would have known that? When she said that, my eyes went wide as for the first. Some tears were to come, but I suppressed it as I I gave my fake smile, but she never understood my fake smiles. I was so good at using fake smiles that it was become like a mask to me. No, it was very perfect. It was never. It was always perfect. Nobody suspect that I had a fake mask, fake smile. As that I smiled and I hugged her, said, "Congratulations, then I guess you are happy, right?" "Yes, you know, Yuichiro will call me out on a date in next week." "Huh, that's even good news. Have fun there." "Yes, so let's go in the class." Now they went in the class. We see Izuku said, "Oh, I gotta go somewhere else. You see, I need to go into the nature's call a little bit." "Okay, go on, go on." As he got into the boys' toilet, as he shut the door and started sobbing silently, nobody heard his sob or cries. As he cried a little bit, and then he just said to himself, "I know I'm never going to find love, but at least I could be happy for my best friend. She was the only one keeping me in sense right now. I guess she's gonna forget me little by little, as she has a boyfriend now." "But I'm happy for her," he said as his cries. He was crying a little bit. He fixed his face and then went into the class with his fake smile. Nobody noticed it. Nobody in the world could even say that he had this fake smile. As a year passed now, now let's just say, the Hiragis intend to engage the two at before the high school career ends. So when they were at the high school third year, Izuku was invited into the Hiragi's household to the engagement of Shinwa and Yuichiro, both of them. Shino's best friend was Izuku, so the family knows of him. And Shino's mother always liked Izuku because she thought that Izuku was a very good boy, but she couldn't go out of her place to tell that to Shino's father. Shino's father is very strict, and he has already set up a fiance for her daughter. So no talking back here. As Izuku came in with a fake smile, as I am having hard time remembering the name. As Shinwa, yep. As Shinwa just said, "Hi Izuku," and she just literally hugged Izuku there and said, I am really glad you could make it. Yes, thank you." Izuku was wearing a normal suit or tuxedo, you could say. as he was, and now Yaichiro met Izuku. Yaichiro never had any problem with Izuku because Yaichiro knows that Izuku is a very kind-hearted person and a very good best friend to Shinoa here. And the engagement, everything happened the same as Izuku wanted to go to the toilet. As he said, "Do you know where is the washroom?" He said to Hiragi, said, "Oh, the washroom. You go on the hall and then the right and left, and then you get into the washroom. Go on, bye." As she said, she was talking to another guest. Now, Izuku went to the hall room and got into the washroom. Then, after he done his job, nature's call, as he as he was washing his hand, then after finishing it, saw something. What? What is that? He doesn't know that, but what is it? He couldn't make it clear, but he saw one of the, you could say, you know, on a switch that he said, "Is it a switch or some shit?" He just said, he just said, "Curiosity got my call." He just literally pressed the switch as a door opened. Said, "Huh, that's something new. I never expected to be something over here." As he saw a sword that he wasn't supposed to be seen. A blood red sword, a beautiful black and blood red sword. He touched the sword as the darkness was surrounding everywhere. As he touches the sword started. It was shaking, and then it was about to get blown off. But then suddenly, Izuku just closed his eyes. The sword disappeared, and said, "Huh? What the fuck was that?" As he says that and said, "I guess some shit. I think this was my fucking hallucination. Did I eat? Did I drink wine too much? I guess I did. Fuck you. Fuck you, hallucination." As he says this, as the door also closes, said, I thought the door was here a few minutes ago." Who cares? I'm late for the engagement. Oh. Now we see the engagement ceremony. Everything goes the same. As everybody congratulated, as Izuku gave Shinoa a gift. But unknowns to Izuku, something has behind him. Something was born to his soul. Something was bonded by his soul, and a perfect carrier, a perfect host, with hatred, with darkness in his heart. He doesn't know, but he feels someone was watching very closely, as he feels go chill down his spine. As he turned, he saw a weird girl that was wearing. Let's just we go. I'm going to show you the picture. Now we see he's seeing a weird girl that was a little old. That was exactly same as Shino, but different. It was different about her eyes. It was very different. As she was wearing the school uniform of their school. As he said, "Huh?" He just rubbing his eyes again. Then he saw the girl was not there anymore. As he said, did I hallucinate it again? Did I hallucinate again? Um, I don't remember, but my head hurts a little bit right now. As he said, now Izuku was getting to him. Now Shinwa said, "Izuku, wait." Said, "Yes, I'm going to give you my driver. So my personal driver is gonna left you to your house." "No, no, thank you. No, you're not gonna say no to anything right now. Go on. Bye, Izuku." And also, Yuichiro said, "Bye, brother-in-law." You. Izuku no said, "Nice joke, man. You're like a brother to my bride. So why the fuck not?" I guess they shake a hand a little bit, and Izuku went inside the limousine. As he said, he went into the train station and thank you. I guess I'm not going. Said, okay, Mr. Izuku Midori. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Midori. Bye. As the driver says this, the driver leaved and Izuku getting into one of the train station. Then he again watched he went inside the train as he saw that girl again. This time the girl was little older, and her breast body and boobs, her breast and the thighs were little longer. As the eyes, blood red-eyed eyes again, as the girl disappeared again in front of his view. He doesn't know what he's seeing right now, as he's just saying, damn, after that hallucination, the hallucination getting too much worse, I need to get home very quickly. After saying this, he just closed his eye for a second, as he couldn't sleep because he was hearing some fucking voice. But to his surprise, he saw no one. He remembered that he was in this train. There were many people in this train. What? It's totally empty. What the fuck? I remember there was one lady beside me, and there's some old man was sitting there. Oh, I guess they might have gone the, gone. They might have reached the station or something. He said as the train light was flickering again. Said, I don't know if I'm going to be the food of some ghost or some shit, but it's literally not scary anymore. I'm getting scared, too much scared. He doesn't know what he's feeling, but he's feeling too much scared right now. He just said, I hope to go home very quickly. I hope to go home very quickly. I hope to go home very fast. He just started closing his eyes again. As our little spirit here, or the person that we are seeing in the picture right now, seeing Izuku very perspectively, as she was watching Izuku's memories. As she had a little sadness in her voice, said, he is bullied after the age of 4. He has not been taken care of. He is a perfect carrier, perfect host. As she says this, she said, you learn everything on your own. You face problems at the age of 6 when most of the children should have fun, had a good childhood at that age, but you didn't have that with that comfort. I'm surprised even myself. I would have already gotten out of mine. I would have lost my sanity, but you didn't. You are a very strong-willed person. I admire that. I hope you could use me. I am tied down to your spirit already, so I am with you forever. As she says this, she disappeared from their view as Izuku reached his own set. That was one hell of an hallucination. Who? Now Izuku went to sleep a little bit. He doesn't know. He was seeing a girl in his dream. The girl with exactly like Shinoa, but different. She was more mature, more of a teaser than Shinoa. She was cute. She was very good. Her personality was not like Shinoa, but between little bit similar. And suddenly, she's talking to one other person. The person said, I am Goren Ichinose. Said, I am Shinoa Hiragi. Shinoa? Now, for fuck's sake, what I'm saying. describes that I'm Goro Nichinose as he saw. I am Mahiru Hiragi. Mahiru? I don't remember this person. Who is she? Is she the sister of Shino or something? Now suddenly the girl said, "You are right." As in fact, a little got scared and saw the saw how Shino's sister died. How he saw how Shino's sister suffering because how her own boyfriend raped her there, as she committed suicide. As her soul become the sword itself, that he is getting very scared as he wake up with his with sweat covering his whole body. As he said, that dream, what was that? As he wake up, then he just shrugged it off and said, "I don't know. I think that girl's messing with my head again now." Hallucination never stopped. As he saw something in his side of his bed, I saw a girl lying there and said, "Hmm, okay." He went to sleep again. Then suddenly he noticed that, "Wait the fucking second. I didn't have girls. I didn't have any girls there. The girl disappeared that time." As she saw, motherfucking hallucinations. As he says this and said, "I hope my life turned out to be a little better." At this, as this now, we go to a little UA college entrance exam. Now, the teacher said who has entered to the college and are the same shit as the anime. Then Izuku just also raises his hand and Shina defending Izuku a little bit, but Shina went with her boyfriend to the house because they had to do something. They are living together from that day. As Shina become little distance of Izuku, she doesn't even talk to Izuku right now because she has a boyfriend now. Why would she? That's the question. Now we see Izuku was ready to go into his home and said, "Shina again ignore me. I guess she is becoming little distance. Who cares? She has a boyfriend now. If she hang out with her boyfriend will say that she's cheating on him." As he says this, Bakugo suddenly came. Same thing he said. If you want to bond with Kurg, jump down the building and bond with the Kurg in the next life. As he says this, Izuku's heart fluttered a little said, I might do it sometime." What was that? Nothing. Izuku said as he was as Bakugo leave the classroom and he left the school. As Izuku was thinking about something, said, "Should I do it? Should I do it?" Oh, and if you're wondering what the sword has the ability to alter reality right now. How? The sword is a cursed sword of the Hiyagi clan. And the sword is, you can say, literally a haunted sword, a cursed item. A only cursed item that's able to alter reality. But in this case, the sword is still weak because Izuku's will is strong, but his physical body too weak to handle the sword's power. As Mahiro tried to stop Izuku from committing suicide, but he just ignored the hello, thinking it's hallucination. Ignore it every time. As he got up to the roof, as he was standing even near the edge of the building, as he said, "I had a very long life. Should I do it? I don't have anyone who will cry for me. No one. I have my best friend. She might cry for me some days, but she will forget due to time." As you think, she has a boyfriend. Her she has her fiance. So I guess she's gonna forget me to time. But Izuku was wrong here. Shino is not gonna forget Izuku here. As Izuku just said bye bye world as he gave as he also write a letter. Said, Mom, you know something? After I, I think I may be dead if you're reading this letter. I know you never take care of me. I don't know why, but I know you have a hatred for father. You see father in me, that's why. You never talk to me, you never feed me food. You neglected me, I never hated you. I never hated you at all. I didn't know, but why did you hate me then? I get it, my father was a villain. You hate me for that reason. I didn't know that, but I know now. And thank you for some year who took care of me. My first 4 year you take care of me. I thank you for that. As there was a little said, oh, and I'm gonna pay you back soon. After reading this letter, you go to my house and you will find some money there. My 4 year expenses are also my bills of the high school and also my bill of the preschool over there. As he says this, I believe you 7 million yen there. I collected this kind of money because I know I couldn't just let you off without paying because you hated me. I know that. But still, goodbye and have the money, mom. As Izuku jumped, Mahiru tried to stop the jump, but she couldn't do anything. It was the user will so strong she couldn't interfere with what user was doing. As Izuku's body splattered on the ground, blood dripping from everywhere, Izuku snapped his neck as Izuku had a little life left. As he saw the same girl again, he said, ah, damn hallucination. I am seeing it before my death also. But this time, Mahiru said, you fool, you idiot. She said she had a little tear in her eyes. As she said, now I'm stuck to you forever, you fool. Where you go, I go. As she says this, she also she hold Izuku's hand until Izuku got to Afterlife. He said, so you weren't a hallucination at all. You were real. As Izuku drifted into the darkness. At that time, Izuku doesn't know what was happening. The ambulance came. Izuku could see his body. His spiritual body. He was in his spiritual body. He doesn't know why, but he saw some girl be beside him. Said, hello there. I guess you were my carrier, huh? I guess you are now bonded with me forever. I am now with you to the tilde. Eternity. Eternity. Who are you? I am Shino's big sister. I died many years ago before her. I died many years ago when she was about to be born. I have seen your memory mostly. You've been neglected, but you still don't hold that much hatred for your family. You have anger. You have very strong will. I like to that about you. She gave him a kiss on the cheek and said, I would have been appreciated if you were alive, but now we are together forever. As she hugged Izuku, they hugged. It was full of love. Izuku cried a little bit. He said, I guess we are stuck here, at least I'm not alone. As Izuku said, what is family's reaction? Izuku's mother broke down tears after listening to the letter. She just literally couldn't handle herself anymore. She is having panic attacks every time now. She just said, why did I neglected my eldest son? Why? Because he looked like his father. Yes, I did, but I didn't mean it. He was bullied in the school. I didn't do anything. As she was crying on the ground, both twins. They're in by the way, they're in middle school. Both of her twins, Tanaka and Nana, both were holding on to Inko, hugging her. Said, Mom, it's okay. Said she just hugged both of them. As All Might also came. All Might feel bad for Izuku said, Inko, you did a very terrible job of parenting him, but at least we have our children here. They won't end up like him, I'm sure of it. As he says this, Inko Toshinori also shed a little tear. As we go back to we go to Shinwa. Shinwa didn't hear this news literally. Now Shinwa was in school in 1 week because she was in a vacation. As Shinwa returned to the school, as Shinwa seat was beside Izuku, so Shina just came into the class and saw Izuku was not there. She was surprised because Izuku was the first person who always come in this class. As he said, he is late today. As he says this, as she says this, and Shina's boyfriend also came and kisses and said, "So, where is brother-in-law? I don't see him really." "Me too. He's normally the first one." "I think he's late, running late." As he said, "Bye, bye, honey. I'm going to the class." Said bye also. As she says this, now Izuku did not still come. The bell rang as the hallroom teacher came inside and said, "I have a very bad news for you, children." As said, yes sir, what? Said, our Izuku, he died. Now she was just little listening this. She had little tears. I said, huh? She had little tears and said, how? He committed suicide a week ago, Miss Hiragi. She just literally broke down and crying, and some of them just felt bad of bullying Izuku. Izuku's bully they literally feel very bad right now because they were the one who bullied Izuku. And Bakugo here, he was just fully broken. He's becoming spiritual hero. He has broken one more time. Bakugo said, "I was his childhood friend. I bullied him to the point that he died." As Izuku's spirit form, he was seeing everything what was going on. He just smiled and said, "I know that Hiragi would cry, but I didn't expect some of the students that who never interact with me, they cried also." As he said that, but Mahiro was still hugging Izuku, said, "Everything is okay." She hugged Izuku as she just literally had tears in her eyes as she visited Izuku's grave. She got the grave address from Inko because she knows that Inko Midoriya is Izuku's mom. She also blamed Inko for everything that happened to Izuku. As Izuku's grave, she was in front of Izuku's grave with some flowers and said, "Hi Izuku, I'm sorry I couldn't come to your funeral. I was out of the town. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you. I know what I said when we were little, that I will always protect you, I will be by your side. But I'm sorry, Izuku. I'm very sorry." She literally broke down and crying there as she put the flower in there and said, "I hope you are doing good in afterlife or your next life. I hope we will meet again, we will cross paths." As she said little crying as she just swore to herself and said, "Izuku, I will name my future child as I will name my future son in a reminder of you. I will name him Izuku myself. You were my best friend you were my bestest friend the whole world. You were the only thing that I liked. You were the one who kept me always safe. I know that you had a feeling for me, but I couldn't accept it because I was in love with someone else." As suddenly, Yuichiro also came. Yuichiro had little tears and said, "I'm sorry, brother-in-law. I I did took out your friend. I did took your friend away from you, but I'm sorry. I also had feeling for Sheena, but our family already engaged us, so it was nothing. I cannot go against my family. As he also went down in crying and said, "I swear I will make my children to remember you. I will name my children to your name because remembering you." As both of them cried, as Izuku passed passed away. It's not passed away. Let's just say Mahiro and Izuku's soul just got into a little. I mean, they were fading away. As they were fading, and Mahiro said, "You know, if I go into heaven, I will be very happy. I will be always be with you." As she said, as she kissed Izuku on the lips, and Izuku was happy at that time. He said, "I would always. I will be happy with you, having you on my side." As they both embraced each other. At that time, what happened? Nobody knows. Someone was someone, they were in a waste space-like state. It was a void of endless darkness, but they were starred there. He said, "Are we in space or something?" They saw the earth be under feet them, said, "The earth?" And suddenly, he said, "Hello, child." Both of them saw in front, they saw this person. Now, Izuku is fun to Izuku and Mahiro, they were in a face-to-face by this being. They don't know who was he or what was he. As this being, he didn't have a face. The face was like the stars he was surrounded by. As he was sitting in front of a throne, that he doesn't know what is this. As he saw the whole multiverse in his hand in a cube. As the being started to stand up and said, "Hello, child of men." Now the god said, "My name is Hex, god of everything." Now said, "Everything? Isn't God one person?" "No, my child, God is not one person. There are countless gods in different multiverse, but those gods, I created them. As you humans, some of the other religious, they say, like they have like the Christian God, they have the, you Japanese have the Buddhas, if I remember correctly. He said, "Yes, you see, I am the god of everything. I am the person who made the entire multiverse, the universe itself. I I have observed your life a little bit. In every universe, you got to become something else, but in your own universe, or that I like to call it X, Planet X, you were different. In every universe, you were quirkless, but you got a power. But in this universe, the the root was literally different. The being, the everything was literally different. As you were about to get the power, but you jumped down, ended your life. As you got in front of me, I feel very pity for you, child. And if you're wondering, I am not the one who created you. I am the person that the God. I am the God of that God that created you. I'm very sorry for your behavior. I have already punished him, so don't worry. And child, for my neglectedness, I gave you a gift. You wanted to be a hero very badly, right? Yes, I gave you something. You are gonna be reincarnated. You're gonna be reborn every era with her also at your side. And my hero Hiragi, you didn't get any chance in your life. If I remember correctly, you died by being you being raped by your own boyfriend. Yes, she said, little tears coming out of her eyes. As said, I know you have fallen in love with this small human here. You were a spirit before, you become a demon after that. Am I right? Yes. You have fallen in love with him, that's why you were able to pass down very peacefully. Yes. As now, I gave you few wishes. Wish away what you want. One time offer only. Now Izuku stated, he stated crying down to his knees and he said, thank you, thank you. Exactly like the all my thing, everything happened and Hiragi, she also literally just bowed on her knees and said, wait, thank you very much. I said, go on, hurry, make your wishes. I said, I would like to have the mages, the dark mages, mages ability, like any magus who has an ability. Okay, think of an character that what you want to have their magical abilities only or something. Yes, what? Overlord. Ha, very good choice, little boy. Overlord, if I remember correctly, Einzone Gom. Do you want to have his appearance or something? No, no, I don't want to have his appearance. I want to have his magical abilities, his affinities, and my own magical affinities with it. Interesting, interesting. I wanna make your life a little interesting and you're gonna become a demigod, which world I'm gonna send you. So I'm gonna give you some few hacks. Hacks? Said yes. As you see, she's a sword. She's gonna be at your side forever. You can summon her anytime you want. You can have her by your side also being reborn with you. As you see, where I'm gonna send you, she's not gonna receive any memories because she is already dead. And you're gonna receive your memory. Your memory is gonna be intact, but you're gonna forget him. Get it, my hero Hiragi. Yes, will I able to remember him? Yes, if you like, if you made contact with him. Contact? Yes, you're gonna be. Should I give? Let's see a little bit. Hmm. You're gonna be an Uchiha. Uchiha? Izuku didn't understand. You see, you will get it soon. You're gonna be Uchiha. You're gonna born in Uchiha clan. So, be grateful a little bit. As he said, now on to you. Oh, and my hero, you're gonna have your demon abilities. Like, dark fire, darkness, illusion, super strength, super agility, enhance, and everything. You're gonna have those still. As something else as a Sharingan. Sharingan, you will get it soon when you get born in their world. As for you, I'm giving you few hacks, hacks of Einzone Goon. His full fucking entire level 1000, everything. Yeah, you're getting that. As Izuku, Izuku was covered in bright light. As his eyes, his body, no. He was exactly the same, but his body shape changed a little bit. I have read your mind already, kid. I know magic caster apparently weak at close combat fight, but I'm gonna make you very strong as hell. You're gonna have a knowledge how to use dead knight, dead magic, holy magic, every fucking magic there is. But your unique magic is gonna be the stop time. Now the stop time is gonna take your time away, but I'm gonna give you a special ability, shadow manipulation. You can create shadow clones. They will have the tenth of their abilities, or they can use the time stop clock, but it will not affect your time. As for now, go on, live your life. The world that you're gonna be in is gonna be called Naruto. As he says this, he flicked his fingers. Only three fingers. I know he has only fucking three fingers, but roll with it. He flicked his finger. The two of them disappeared. As Izuku body was transferred into a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old with a green hair. Let's just say mini Izuku right now. Now, as we see Izuku, as our young Izuku awake in the body of a 5-year-old Izuku, as he saw many students, he was in an orphanage. What he sees, orphanage, very old style orphanage. It was like the ancient era of Japan, if you remember correctly. He said, "Huh, Asian Japanese. They are all saying ancient Japanese." As he saw a blonde-haired boy getting beaten up by few orphanage kids. The the kid had blood. The girl, sorry, the girl had blonde hair and viscous mark and blue eyes. She was cute for her own age, but she had bruises like him when he was little. He got angry as he literally rushed over there and literally punches the three bully at the same time, cre- not creating a crater but punching them in the face, making them passed out over there. As Izuku took the girl's hand and go to somewhere else. As they were sitting under a tree, they're still in the orphanage, but still sitting under a tree, said, "I am Izuku Midoriya." Oh shit. He just said, "Huh?" He said, "No, no, nothing, nothing, just forget. My name is Izuku." He said, "Oh, my name is Naruto Uzumaki." Oh, and by the way, Izuku's name is Midoriya still. Izuku Midoriya, he still kept it. He said, "My name is Izuku Midoriya. I am Naruto Uzumaki. Sorry, Naruto Uzumaki. I'm gonna be the next Hokage, believe it." As she says this, Izuku had little chuckle because she looked cute for here. He said, "Nice to meet you." And Naruto said, "Thank you for saving me back there. They're jerks. I know they're picking on a girl, but don't be. Wanna be friends?" Izuku said, "Why not?" As Izuku doesn't know, and by the way, if you're wondering where Mahiro is gonna come a little bit later on the CD. Not right now. She is gonna come a little bit later. She's gonna be from the Sand Village, by the way, if you're wondering. Yes, she's gonna be from the Sand Village, and don't fucking worry. As Izuku and Naruto both become literally best friends. As because of Izuku being Naruto's friend, Izuku never got adopted to one of families. Because the villagers thought that demon lover. They just literally call Izuku the demon lover. Izuku didn't understand why they are calling her demon. What did she do? She doesn't have anything other than anything. Now we go back to a little time skip. Time skip when a week passed. Izuku has been practicing magic secretly. As he was able to perform a little bit of mana shield. I said, I could perform magic right now, but still, this body is too weak. I need to get over my physical body soon. As he says this, I get out of the bed, creating a shadow clone. That is the one of his ability that was given by the god, or god of Hex, he called him. And Hex doesn't mind one of the human calling him Hex, because he's happy, because he says, "I choose a perfect human for being a dummy god over there." As he's practicing a little magic, as he was practicing a little undead magic, or the call that him death knight, creating death knight magic, he's trying to use that. As Izuku is just trying to create it, but the problem is whenever he tried to do, there is a magic blast of the magic literally got unstable. As said, "Shit, what the fuck is happening right now?" He thought, as suddenly Hex said, "Boy, you have something different other than mana here." Huh? Hex, is that you? Yes, boy, it's me. You see, boy, in this world where you're in, there a thing called chakra. Chakra. Yes, this world has been created by one of the alien. Alien? Yes, I'm gonna give you a brief explanation. You see, there was a woman named Kaguya Otsutsuki. This woman fell in love with a man, and this woman was born with this woman had many extraordinary ability, like the Byakugan, the Ren Sharingan, everything you can think of. As this woman wanted peace in the whole world, as she couldn't give this peace, as what the world turned on her, the emperor also turned on her. She ate the god tree food, as when she ate in this food, she became all powerful, mighty god. As she become like this, she had two children, Hagoromo Hamura. Hagoromo was kind and both everything, and Hamura had the Byakugan. Now, when Hagoromo got to know that his 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 family, he couldn't get here also. Now you fucking know the rest of the story. I'm not going to tell. He told a little the history of Naruto world. As he said, so do you know who is the reincarnation of Asher right now? Yes, I know that. Could you tell me a little bit, Hex? Yes, you see, you made a friend, a blonde girl with a viscous mark and blue eyes. Yes, Naruko. She is the reincarnation of Asha. Really? Yes. And Indira? Oh, you're in luck right now. Indira's reincarnation is is Satsuki right now. Both are girls. Yep. You're in fucking luck if you're able to get them into your home. You are a motherfucking god. But remember. Okay. As this is this. I said you are a very luck. Now right now everything is going on to the story I have told you already. Okay, let's see. Everything goes on to your story, Hex. And I'm gonna give you something. The chakra is actually like mana, but different. Chakra is unstable. Mana is stable and potent. I'm going to give you something. You see, take this. A ring suddenly appeared in his finger. Said this ring is called mana collector or mana regenerator. It will help you to regenerate mana faster rate, as it will also turn your chakra into mana, so you're gonna able to perform magic properly. And you're gonna get some hacks later. Okay, bye bye. As he said, as he's wearing the ring, as he said, the ring is beautiful at least. He was able to make a jet knight. As he said, awesome. He just said, let me play a prank a little bit on those shoppers. As Izuku uses little invisibility spell and riding on the Dead Knight's shoulder, as said, Dead Knight, go destroy few stores. As he destroyed a little few stores, the Anbus could not get it, who was literally destroying them. As Izuku felt very happy seeing it, as he said, I cannot remove the Dead Knight right now. It's gonna have to go up to. He said, never mind, it got removed. Thank you, Hex. Welcome, kid. Don't create Dead Knight unnecessarily. You cannot take them. I just have disappeared the Dead Knight, so be happy, kid. Thank you, Hex. As he said, now we go to time skip to 10. We time skip to another 5 years. Izuku is 10. Izuku and Naruto both live in the same building and the same apartment. They are neighbors literally. As Izuku known as the demon lover because of this. But Izuku doesn't care. Izuku was very stylish for his own age, as many of the konoichi of the Naruto town liked Izuku for his green hair and emerald green eyes. As Izuku was ruthless to some people, but some people don't know Izuku's strength. Only people know Izuku's strength are the Naruto's bullies and one of the few mobs that try to rape Naruto. As we go back to a little flashback when Naruto was being chased at the age of 7 by the angry mob. Izuku saw this and literally rushed behind them. As they cornered Naruto in an alleyway, he said, "Now, little demon, who is gonna save you?" And there was most of the guys there said, "And we're gonna have some little fun, aren't we, boys?" "Yes, boys, let's have some fun." As they were about to do something to her, as Izuku literally came in front of them, and said, "Huh, you trash people are really something." As he says this, Naruto was already passed out from too much running, as he used sleep spell that he put Naruto into sleep and said, "You're gonna regret everything what you did." As Izuku flicked his finger, every person got their cut in half, cut into pieces, as the leader was only standing and said, "You see, you call me the demon lover. I am the demon lover. Let's see what you're gonna do." He just said, "Infinite torture." As he cast the spell, his eyes were burning in green flames. One of the eyes were burning in green flames. As the person started screaming, and Izuku created a sound barrier to nobody heard the scream. The person screams, scratches his body, and literally kill himself. As he said, "Huh, your soul will still be suffering. Hex another soul." He said, "Kid, you know you're sending them too much here. You know you could punish them. They are literally sinners. Thank you, by the way, doing my work a little bit." "Okay, you're welcome." As he says, as as what Izuku did, Izuku just, this corpse, what should I do? He just said, he just literally flicked his finger, the corpse started to disappear and said, "Very useful spell. This is for higher enemies who are too strong for me, but I will overwhelm with them with my killing intent." As he said this, picking up Naruto at his bright style, as he said, "I'm sorry I'm late." As he started flight, he casted flight. As he started flying, he's flying into his apartment. Then he just said, his sleeve well got off. As Naruto wake up and said, "Huh?" He saw how Izuku was holding her bright style. She blushed a little bit because she did like Izuku from a very young age. As Izuku said, "We are home. Thank you for saving me again." "No problem." As he said this, there before Naruto go, she called out to Izuku, said yes, and said, "Come here, Woody. I'm gonna tell you something." "Okay." She leaned in front to listen. As Naruto gave him a kiss on the cheek as she left. She got into her house and slammed the door. Said, "Huh. I guess mission. I guess it's still a progress." As Izuku used a shadow clone to went inside. As he disappeared from, or he called it teleportation. He teleported from there. As said, "I see. Let's see how Satsuki is doing." He got into the Uchiha. He was flying up the Uchiha mansion. As he's seeing how Itachi murdering, and Itachi is a girl, by the way. Izumi, her name. How he's seeing how Izumi murdering everyone in her clan, except for except for Satsuki and Mikoto. He said, "So, Hex, was this supposed to happen?" "Yes, Izuku, it was supposed to happen. It's still the Naruto universe, you know." Hmm. As Mikoto is about to die. Can I intervene with someone, making someone like to stay Satsuki there? You know, making still. Okay, it's not gonna change that much, but still, go on. Okay. As he went down there, said, "Weird teleportation." He literally in front of Mikoto's dead body, and he said, "Resurrect." As a magic circle was forming under Mikoto, as her wounds were healing, as everything started to heal. I said, at least she is alive. I hope everything goes on according to the plan. As she saved, he go to goes up to air again at the same spot he was standing. He said, I guess our plan is literally. Let's see how it works out. Mikoto is alive, okay. As flashback ended, he said, I did make her alive, but it wasn't that bad. Satsuki is still very happy. She is not depressed that time, but she is happy at the same time also. Hmm. As is as Izuku, Naruto, and Satsuki, the three of them literally were best friends. Satsuki and Naruto both have feelings for Izuku, and Izuku is neutral. He doesn't have he does hold feelings, but he has feelings for someone else there right now. That person is Mahiro, but he still hasn't able to find Mahiro. Said he isn't in this village. Where she isn't in this village? Where is she? I've tried to find her everywhere. She is not even here. As as he says this, he said, I don't know if he's in another, or we are gonna meet later. Hex said, you're gonna meet her, kid. Not right now. It's a surprise for you. He said, Hex, I don't know what's going through your mind, but I hope the surprise is awesome. It's awesome, kid. You're gonna have fun. Now Hex said, and kid, you're gonna return to your own universe. Said, isn't it has they have already graduated? Nah, kid. They hasn't graduated at all. What do you mean? You can say these universe times they flow differently, so I have just slowed down your universe time to make you stronger. And you're gonna return there when they are heroes. You're gonna return there at when they're gonna be something. So don't worry. Okay, I believe in you, Hex. As Hex said, you're gonna succeed me sometime, kid. You are the first human who have my hopes up. I like you, kid. As he says it. And now we go back to the academy. Naruto, Izuku, and oh, sorry, Naruto, Sasuke, and Izuku both were at the academy. They were sitting in the seat. As in the whole academy, Naruto is literally the knight in shiny armor, literally like, and boys literally are just fucking jealous of Izuku. Izuku is the only person who's really sit beside one of the hotties of the class. Then Naruto, she wasn't that hot right now because she's in her, you know, the ugly jumpsuit, but still it's a good one. And their age a little up a little bit. They are gonna be 15 when everything's gonna happen, so don't worry. 15 when they graduate, by the way. As Izuku, both of the sitting, they were chatting, and Iruka came and said, today we are doing some combat test. As the combat test gonna happen soon. Now we go back to, we see we see, okay, now first match, Chiba in Osaka, Izuku Midoriya. As Izuku was announced, Izuku had a little smirk and said, that dog, huh? Let's see how does he fight. Now there is a little bit of difference between Kiba and Naruto. Kiba and Izuku here, sorry. Kiba here doesn't literally like Izuku at all. Izuku literally get all the female he want, as some of his some of his clan member like his sister in herself literally likes Izuku, and he was all pissed because Kiba's mother literally has hearts for Izuku right now. Yep, why the fuck not? As Hokage, now as Hokage also has something for Naruto, because Hokage said Naruto's friend. He's something. He always protects her. I don't know why, but this kid is very strong. This kid lineage. I still remember when this kid was getting into our village. We go back to a little time skip of Hokage. Kakashi Hakashi were on a mission in Uzusho, the Uzumaki's homeland. In the Uzumaki's home, front of the Uzumaki's homeland, everything was destroyed. As there was a boy in green hair and emerald green eyes, 3-year-old, crying, as it was Izuku. Izuku's consciousness still hasn't get there. That's why he's a little child. He's crying there. As Kakashi saw, who put a child here? As Izuku heard someone there, Izuku just shaking and said, who is it? He said with a little shaking, said, I won't hurt you, kid. I'm a Konoha ninja. Ninja? Said he didn't know what was a ninja was, but he said, my mom, that she, she's dead. How, kid? He couldn't tell as Izuku fell unconscious because of the stress. As Kakashi called Izuku and said, this kid has suffered too much already. He has taken Izuku to Konoha. As Third Hokage said, who is this child in front of you right now, Kakashi? I found him at the Uzumaki's homeland. What? He was there. He was crying and there was a dead corpse behind him. A dead corpse of a green-haired woman and a red-haired boy. Do you think it is their child? I think so. How did the child survive there? I don't know, but I think that whoever the killer was left the child alive. As Third Hokage saw Izuku, he felt a weird sensation when he saw Izuku said. He in his mind said, this kid's presence is not like someone of a little child, but somewhat of a mature person. As he put Izuku in an orphanage, naming him Izuku Midoriya, because there was a sword there. Now this was not a sword, but there was a name. There was a name behind his shirt. Let's say Izuku Midoriya. There was. I said, huh. I guess he enrolled him into. Gave him the orphanage as Izuku Midoriya Kakashi. Oh, okay, Hokage-sama. As he disappeared now, he said, you were certainly different, Izuku. You were different. But I'm really happy that you don't treat Naruto as every other people there. As he was thinking, said, this Naruto and Izuku, if they both came together in the future, I won't be surprised. As he said with a smile, as I said, I just get back to my paperwork. The damn paperwork doesn't end. As Kiba and Izuku were about to get fighting, said, I'm gonna crush you this time, you motherfuckers. He said, what did you say? I'm gonna crush you. Said, okay now, come on. Come on, he's showing him a middle finger now. If you have the guts, then come on. I'm waiting. As Izuku is in killing intent. His eyes are growing emerald green as he's releasing killing intent, targeting it to Kiba. Now Kiba just literally got shaken again, said, that damn trick again. He said, the damn trick, huh? This time gonna hurt you. As Izuku increases killing intent or bloodlust to supreme bloodlust. As he was bloodlusting on him again and again. As Kiba was shaking to his mind and it was hard for him to breathe. He was falling on the ground and said, I lose. He was unable to breathe and Izuku just turned off his killing intent and said, I didn't raise my finger again. As Iruka said, as usual, Izuku Midoriya is the winner. And now they were kunai throwing thing, as Izuku just hold kunai a little differently, as Izuku just throw them at a normal pace. He was like throwing some knife, as it all hit on the target. 10 on 10. He said, huh, I guess Rookie of the Year Izuku again. And Konoichi of the Year Sasuke Uchiha. Yep. As now this time, because of Izuku's training Naruto here, and now Izuku knows the little shadow clone jutsu because it was given to him. He knows the jutsu because he slunk into the Hokage tower to see some jutsus himself. As he gave the shadow clone to her, as she was able to perform it very well. As Izuku has taught her about the secret of shadow clone, that their memories go to him himself. So yeah, awesome, right? As Naruto was not good as Sasuke here, but there was at the same pace. Now Naruto was second. As we go back to our teaming session here, now we go to our little time skip again. As time skip pass, now Izuku and everyone are 15 right now. They are the same year. Sakura here apparently is a lesbian. She likes Sasuke. She likes Sasuke very much. She likes me. She literally tease me every time, or she tries to flirt with me. But Izuku back. She literally go back with his answer. As she always got frustrated when Izuku tried to tease her. Now Sakura still literally likes Satsuki. She literally cannot stop asking her out. Sasuke has already tell her 100 times that I am not interested into girls. But Sakura, she doesn't listen literally. I said I'm gonna make you interested into girl, as she says it with screaming. As Izuku just said, I think Haruno has some kind of Kekigenkai. Every time they scream, the scream literally broke down my barrier itself. As Izuku said, the deal fucking broke down my barrier again. The fucking scream is too much. As he says this, now said Iruka suddenly came with using his big head jutsu to start everyone. Said, guys, today is the graduation day, and be a little serious, and then everybody they did some result, as Mizuku didn't even try to do anything because Mizuki is fucking awesome here. We don't need that shit anymore. Mizuku did, but Mizuku said, I cannot fool anyone, I have to take it on my own hand. As Izuku always wears something different in his time, showing. And now guys, you're watching Izuku's, ninja hair right now. Now it's the most advanced version of his ninja hair anyone has ever seen. Some of them have even tried to purchase a chair from him because he said he made himself. As you're seeing the mask, it's like literally a gas mask. Any poisonous gas cannot come near Izuku literally. Awesome, right? Awesome shit happened. As Izuku's wearing these at the last day, as they are assigning Team 7. We literally go skip to Team 7. Izuku Midoriya, Satsuki Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki. Then there was another last name said Sakura Haruno, as Satsuki said, why there is 4 people in our team, sensei? You see, Satsuki, because of Sakura being extra member, it's Team 7 have to take 1 extra. As all of them sighed, and Izuku in his mind said, shit, the sound barrier destroying bitch is in my team. As Izuku said, she is already a fucking lesbian. I know she is gonna talk to Satsuki all along. As he's saying, I hope, I hope the mentor is at least awesome. Now, Izuku doesn't literally remember Kakashi at all. He literally came into his own mind at the age of 5, so he doesn't know Kakashi at all. Now said, your team sensei, Kakashi Hakate, said, huh, Hakate. I have remember him, dog, if I remember correctly. Dog, Ambu name, okay, and informal Ambu captain, awesome. As he said into his mind. As all the team was set, and Ino just said, I couldn't be with Izuku. And she tried to flirt with Izuku again, but Izuku literally flirt back at her. As Naruto and Sasuke, they both were literally jealous, and they pouted every time they literally hold Izuku at both of their sides, as they have make an agreement as they won't leave they both will share Izuku literally. As they're joining inside after 3 hours. Sakura is just literally busting Izuku's eardrums as his eyes are burning. His eyes are glowing with emerald green color as he's getting angry. As said, that motherfucking sensei is still not coming. As suddenly the sensei literally came into Inishushin as said, huh, he's safe. As he said, for me, you all are, you three. He pointed at Izuku, Naruto, and Satsuki. I said, you three are interesting, and for you, I hate you. Kakashi literally said it at Sakura's face, said. And Sakura just said, I will never get anything. As she said, as she was already jealous because how Izuku was literally close to Satsuki, and she tried to punch Izuku, but Izuku's glare literally scared her off, as she never tried to punch Izuku again. As they were at the rooftop, Izuku secreted teleportation, muttering under his breath. As the three of them literally got into the roof, they were sitting already. As Sakura came in a little bit later, as Kakashi said, so all everybody here said, now let's introduce ourselves. How we do that, Sensei? Shouldn't you introduce yourself first? And said, okay, my name is Kakashi Hakate. My likes, you don't need to know. My dislike, you don't need to know. My hobby, you're too small. And my goal, none of your business. I said, now your turn, Pinky. Said, my name is Sakura Haruno. My likes, not like series, my like a person. As she glaring at Satsuki, as said, Satsuki just having shiver down her spine, said, I have told her already, say 1,000 times that I like guys. She's literally pressuring me. As Kakashi just saying, lesbian, huh? I never seen that kind of relationship that much in the village, but who cares? She is a fangirl, okay. As he said, now you, Uchiha. I said, my name is Satsuki Uchiha. I don't particularly like anything. I like and my dislikes literally everything. As, except one thing really, she just looking at Izuku, as Izuku did not literally having care in the world. He was just watching on he was just watching the sky. As Kakashi said, interesting. I guess he's gonna become the Uchiha's husband, I guess. As he said, your goals? Said, oh, my goals. Kill Itachi. Kill Izumi literally. Kill a certain someone and restore my clan, nothing else. Okay, an Avenger. As he said, now you green hair. And said, me, okay. My name Izuku Midoriya. My likes, fuck you. My dislike, why should I even tell you? My goal, fuck off. As said rude. Now, after that said, now you blondie. My name Naruto Uzumaki. My likes ramen and Izuku here. As my dislikes, the people who don't know the difference between kunai and scroll. As he said, interesting, Kakashi said. As he said, and my dream is to restore my as to restore as not restore fuck you as I want to become as I become a Hokage. Believe it, as she said, long way Naruto. As said, interesting. You three are interesting, and as he said to both three, Naruto, Sasuke, and Izuku, he said, Sensei, what about me? He said, you. Good, I guess. I said, okay, meet me at the training field 7 at 5 o'clock in the morning, said. Okay. And don't you dare eat or you'll puke. As Izuku just coughed, said, okay. Izuku got a little laughter and said, let's see how do we puke. As Izuku just said, girls, I guess I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna be leaving today soon. I don't have time to hang out today, so we are gonna hang out a little bit later. Okay, bye girls, bye bye. As he gives his both on the cheeks and then his teleportation slowly, so no one could hear him. As he teleported to somewhere else, in his home literally, as he created his own created shadow clone to replace him, doing some of his errands. As he go to his pocket dimension to train a little bit, he said, I gotta master that magic soon. As he go into his pocket dimension, then started doing some magic spells like the spell of creation, the creating a life. Yes, he's trying to create life, but he doesn't get the concept. Like, his imagination is not that good, but he's trying to create an object. Not an object, you can say. He's trying to create a life. Now he is able to create a fox. He was able to create a fox. The fox was literally big, stronger than the nine-tail itself. It had divine energy. It was a godlike being that he created his first. As he gave the fox the name Hanaola. As he said, shrink down. As the fox shrank down into a little kitten size, as hopped into his shoulder and said, okay, you little one, you have a human form, so don't worry. As he scratched the scratch under the chin of the fox, and said, at least I did perfect you. As he was doing another magic spell, said, I wish I could do it little more magic, but in the personal dimension, time passes very slow, and in the outside it very fast. As he started training for a little more while. In the real world, it was already night, as Izuku has perfected 7 spells. Like one spell, he called it Geoglaze, a big ass ball like the 4th Hokage, but the ball, he could throw the ball. It's a many size bigger than, it's even dangerous than a Biju Budama or Biju Bomb. Okay, I'm at least at the safe point. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that Naruto has already talking to the fox. Yep. The fox and Naruto's relationship is, you can say, she can access the only 2 tails right now. And Kuruma is training Naruto a little bit, so don't worry. Little bit. No, it's not gonna be that much, but little bit. As we go on, We go time skip to the training field 7. As they were training, we see Izuku came in at 3 hours little late, and he knows that his both Sasuke and Naruto they are also going to come sooner, so he wanted to see their faces. As he come there and said, "Where were you, Izuku?" Both of them had a dark aura, and said, I know that our sense is gonna be 3 hours late, that's why I'm late already." Said, "Oh, yo." Now Saku just screams and, "Where were you?" And, "Oh, a black cat crosses across my path, so, wow, excuse, huh? Good one." Izuku just said, "And where were you, Izuku?" Sakura just screamed again, said, "That bitch destroyed my sound barrier again this time." As he said, I was lost in the path of time." He just said, and all of them had a sweat drop as Kakai just chuckled and said, "He's like me a little bit, but rude." I still remember when I first found you. He's remembering when Izuku first found him. Izuku was clinging onto his chest, literally. He find that cute, literally. I said, "Yes, now we're gonna do some training." As we see 3 bells, said, "Sensei, we're 4 people and you have 3 bells." And said, "Oh, yes, yes, yes. You see, one of you will go back into the academy if you don't pass." And said, "Okay." As both all of them literally got teleported. It's not like teleportation, but Izuku's speed and Naruto and Sasuke's speed are already at the Jonin level. As they both disappear from that place, and Kakashi said, "I couldn't even sense the chakra." As Sakura just slowly disappeared into the bushes and said, "I can sense her, but I couldn't even sense but 3 of them as their chakra at all." As Izuku just appeared behind him, and Kakashi just feeling someone is behind him watching, and then he turns and no one is there. What? And suddenly Naruto just kicked him on the chest, sending him flying to the trees. As said, "What? I couldn't sense her." As this time Satsuki throw a fireball jutsu, doing some hand sign and doing great fireball jutsu. As the fire engulfed Kakashi, but as she saw, there was a log. Huh? He protected himself. As Kakashi said, "The 3 are very strong." As he sees Izuku just coming behind him and said, "How are you?" As Izuku come behind him and said, "Hello." As Kakashi tried to kick Izuku, but what happened? The kick just Izuku's body turned into particles, and he saw, "Is it a genjutsu?" He just said, "Is it a genjutsu?" As he tried to get out of the genjutsu, but he saw, it's so strong. The genjutsu was so strong. As he sees, Izuku just literally punch him on the chest, making him fly, and crashing him into some of the trees, and said, "Huh, that was easy." As he has already gotten the 3 bells, but he said, "I'm gonna make some fun with him." He just make a genju so that he think that Kakashi is holding the bell still. As Kakashi said, "These genins are stronger. They are at least they are Jonin level. Their strength, everything surpasses me." As Naruto suddenly came behind him, as he used a shadow clone to throw Kakashi out some of the trees. Then some, you can say, rapid throwing motions, as Izuku came with a flying fist. Kakashi was changing himself into log again. As Izuku punched the log, the log got destroyed. As Izuku punched the ground, there was a big ass crater there, and said, Kakashi said, "If it was me, I would have been lost there. I would have been ended there and there now." I said, "These genins are very strong." As Kakashi saw Satsuki holding already 2 tomes Sharingan on her eyes, and said, she has already unlocked her Sharingan. As Sasuke go to her with a blinding speed, kicking Kakashi again. And then Izuku came there and said, "Huh, Kakashi sensei, we win." Huh? Wanna see something? He held the bell and said, "I have the bell." Oh, he saw there was no bell anymore. Okay, you win. As he just saw the three gamings, they're the best of the academy. They were hiding their strength all along. As he said, as Kakashi just fall on the ground and said, I guess I used too much chakra there." As his body was already burning from the punches and bruises. As Izuku just said, "Ah, what a drag." He just hold his hand and said, "Recovery." Kakashi's body started to heal as Kakashi saw Izuku holding his hand on his chest and said, "You know medical ninjutsu?" Something like that, as his injury were everything were healed. As Izuku got up and said, "Can you get up?" "Yes, my stamina is already all back." Said, "You three pass." As Kakashi said, "What about Sakura?" No, Izuku said to Kakashi, um, "I don't know really. It's all depend on Hokage." "You mean you don't know?" "Mean I don't know. You three beat me, so and for her, it's on all on Hokage." As he said, "So we pass, huh?" "Yes." As Izuku, as all of them now, they tried Sakura into the pool. As said, they tried Sakura into the pool, and Kakashi just tried Sakura into the pool, and she was literally burning in anger and said, "You." As she didn't dare to say anything bad about Izuku because she did saw Izuku's strength, how he is a shonin literally. As and everyone was eating something, let's just say Izuku did not eat, said, he will eat the half of it, and said, "Here you go." He said, "Oh, your hands are not, you know, they're they're tied. Okay, I give you something, some chopsticks." As she said, "I'm never gonna take from you." And Izuku had a little headache and said, "This bitch is screaming already destroyed my appetite." Sasuke, could you feed her a little bit? "Why?" Said, "Just feed her. We are gonna need her for little passing. She needs to pass. Get it?" And said, "Okay." As she just literally you know, gave him a little, gave her food in her mouth. She said, "This is love. She's turning into a lesbian soon. I'm gonna have her married me soon." As she said into her mind, as Izuku said, "Wow, the girl's fantasy is awesome." And now that time Hicks said, "Yep." I sometimes wonder myself how or when the god just screwed up with the gender liking thing. I'm surprised myself. Yeah, Hex, I am also. What do you think? Her gender liking other people is different than anything. Yeah. As we go back, now we time skip to Jason doing some fucking very good D rank mission. As we go back to Tazina,